there, it's Kevin with Gone Rogue Games. It has been forever since I did a video on this channel, so I thought that I would take this opportunity since I've got this super damaged box from Ursula's Return. This is the 4th set from Lorcana. It releases tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so I believe it comes out Friday. Tomorrow for your local game store should have these available for you to purchase and to start playing in the release for Lorcana Ursula's Return. And you can tell this box has seen better days. So all of the packs have shifted over to the right here. You can tell this is so loose on this side and it's bulging on this side, and the packaging is just awful from this box. So I thought I'd take this opportunity with this damaged box to open it up, and we are actually going to do a draft with this with my buddies, with good old Garito, Burrito, and Mikey. They're driving down here. We do this every set. We draft a box of the latest set of Lorcana, and basically how it works is you actually draft a color. You don't draft the cards. You get to pick the color, so the first person might pick steel, and they get all of the steel cards. And of course, we actually open up the whole box and separate all the cards, and you can kind of see what the pools are, see what cards and what colors are good. And first, the person that wins the die roll gets to draft first, and they draft one color, and then second player gets to draft another color, then third player gets to draft two colors, and then it will go back to the second player, and then the first player gets stuck with the last color, and then that's your pair. Those are the colors you have to work with, and it actually works out pretty well because there seems to be the perfect amount of cards in a booster box to build a pretty decent deck. So very, very fun to do that. So if you have a group of friends that want to play that, like, it only takes 3 players, works perfect. You just play each other and play 2 games with it. Pretty fun experience. You can tell that I'm a limited player because I prefer to play limited with Lorcana as well. I think it's a pretty decent game. It does leave a little bit to, like, I love the stack for Magic the Gathering, and I've talked about why I don't like Lorcana as much as Magic, but I am taking the Jamie Stagmeyer approach to Lorcana. So if you know who Jamie Stagmeyer is, he's one of my favorite board game designers. And he's got this kind of, well, I wouldn't even say a love-hate relationship with Magic. He actually loves Magic, but he can only take Magic in doses. And so what he does, he attends the pre-release for Magic the Gathering and plays the pre-release throughout the weekend and does maybe a draft and a pre-release, and he gets his fill from the latest sets, the new mechanics, and that's basically all you need until the next set comes out. So that's kind of how I am with Lorcana. I do this with my buddies Mikey and Garito every set, and we have a good fun time. Play some board games while we're at it, and make a weekend out of it, and it's some fun time. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this box. Don't know if we're actually gonna use this box for the draft, but I'll kind of show you exactly how we do it, and it's kind of fun. And shout out to Zach for my Tiny Bones playmat for the Tiny Bones. I was going to make a Tiny Bones commander and never got around to doing it. So anyway, we got this playmat that's kind of cool to showcase. So yeah, this box has seen better days for sure. So the packaging is awful. I don't even know how I'm going to say. Oh, so I guess they didn't get shifted too much, but yeah, I'm assuming some of these cards might actually be damaged in here. Unfortunately, these boxes are kind of flimsy, and there's a little bit of room in them, and so the shifting does happen from Lorcana from time to time. So keep aware of that when buying boxes online. Hopefully they will come to you in tip-top shape. So let's go ahead and get this party started here with the Lorcana, and we will separate everything into colors and see what we get. We'll kind of go slow here because I haven't looked at the spoilers of the cards, so it might be kind of fun for me to look at what these cards are and what they do. Again, I'm not the best Lorcana player. I understand the mechanics of it. Actually, I haven't looked at this set to see what the new mechanics are, but I think I can kind of judge the power of these cards after playing Lorcana as much as I have. So this has, when you play this character, chosen opposing character gains Reckless. During their next turn, they can't quest and must challenge if able. So you can kind of goad. So they've basically added goad, other than it has to go towards you. Then we have a banish a chosen item, and its player gains 2 lore. So you can get rid of an item. They get to get 2 lore, but it's a quick way to get rid of an item. So it can keep items in check for just a very short cost of 1. We got the Cogsworth. When this character quests, you may give a chosen character -2. So kind of cool with these type of cards is you can quest and then dumb them down and then attack them with another creature. We have just another generic 2/2 for 1. We see these in every set. So there's plenty of these suckers now. And a Magic Broom is another broom for your broom deck. Whenever you play another character, you may banish this character to draw a card. So you can get in for some quick questing, and then if it's pretty much worthless, you can draw a better card later on. Kind of cool little card too. And there's a lot of recursions with brooms. There's some cool things you can do with brooms. So I'm not sure what this one on the side does. I'll have to read into it with Lorcana. I know that's new for this set. I'm wondering if there's a way you can like straight damage it, or no, that's how many people can come here. Never mind. I know what that means. That's how many people can be placed here. We have Thebes, the Big Olive. During your turn, whenever a character banishes another character in a challenge, while here you gain 2 lore. That's a quick little thing to get out. You move a character here and you can start getting a lot of lore by then challenging things and banishing them. So that's kind of cool. They're giving alternate ways to get lore rather than just swing in. We have Prince Eric's Ursula's Groom, which is a 5/5 for 6. And the shift 4, so you can pay a lower Eric to put this one into play. And while you have a character named Ursula in play, this character gains Bodyguard and gets +2. So I guess Prince Eric is enchanted in the with this Ursula, so it's bodyguarding Ursula. So I know there's some pretty good Prince Erics from earlier sets that did see quite a bit of competitive players. This is a good way to shift those in. We have Flounder, which has support, and Flounder is definitely not a guppy. If you have a character named Ariel in play, you pay 1 less to play Ariel, and there are some powerful Ariels in some of the earlier sets. We have Avalanche. Deal 1 damage to each opposing character. You may banish chosen location. So cool. It banishes the location and does 1 damage to characters, and that's just an uncommon. That's pretty good. We have Tuk Tuk, and you're on a roll. Has evasive, and when you play this character, you may move him and one of your other characters to the same location for free. That's pretty decent too, because they do have costs to move to locations, and then they also get +2 to their attack. So we have Triton, the Discerning King, and you banish one of your items to gain 3 lore. That's actually pretty sweet in the items build deck, because there's a lot of items that have either enter the battlefield effects or enter the board, whatever you want to call it, like the popsicle from the last set. And so you've used them, and then you can actually banish them. And there's also a lot of recursion, and it's also on color. So our first little rare is quite interesting to play with, because I've tried to make these decks work before. It seems to come out pretty quick too for 3. And so you can start using this on turn 4 to start gaining lore. You do have to tap it, and so it is eligible to then be challenged, but it's still pretty decent little body. And who cares about the questing here, because you're going to be basically trying to banish items to gain that lore. So there is going to be a lot of combos now. Like, the more and more Lorcana does create more sets, there is more depth to it. I will argue, though, the depth is going to be very constrained compared to Magic's stack. So there will be neat little things you can do with board states, but it's and maybe I shouldn't compare it so much with the complexity of Magic, because what it's doing, this card game is actually doing a wonderful job of creating those kind of cool scenarios, and each set adding more and more depth to the game. So kudos to Lorcana for that. And we got another Tuk Tuk for the foil, and we have our art card. Now we'll be going over these a little bit quicker once we see most of the commons and uncommons, and then we will. I don't think we need my ugly face now. Here we'll get zoomed in here a little more for these. We have the Hidden Ink Caster. When you play this item, draw a card. So there we go, right there with Triton. So it comes into play, you draw a card, and all cards in your hand count as having ink in their hand. So this is kind of cool, because you can then start inking cards that don't have ink on them with the Hidden Ink Caster. And if not, it's just you play this card and draw a card, and then this is a great way of Triton. So right there we got synergies off the bat. We have Hans. The Royal Schemes, when you play this character, if a princess or queen character is in play, you gain 1 lore. So it's just an ETB gain a lore effect. We're seeing more of these see play. And there's a Prince Eric. You can shift into the bigger Prince Eric, a 3/3 for 3 with Bodyguard. And we also have the Pegasus, which has Evasion, and good old Belle. When you play this character, move to 1 damage counter from the chosen character to a chosen opponent's character. So you can heal one of yours, and I guess it doesn't count as healing though, right? Because it doesn't say remove, it says move. I wonder how it works with some of the other ones whenever damage is removed. I wonder if it still works with that. Some of you judges weigh in on that sucker, because I know the last set with Inkborn had a lot of that type of effect in, I want to say Amethyst or Amber. Amber had that effect a lot. So we got a good old Belle, the Untrained Mystic. We have Ariel. Whenever you play a song, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. And A Pirate's Life for Me. Hey, look, it says Sing Together. Any number of your or your teammates' characters with total cost 6 or more may tap to sing this song for free. Each opponent loses 2 lore and you gain 2 lore. But yeah, so this kind of creates a crazy scenario of, yeah, that's a fun thing we can kind of do with our group too, is we play each other and then we play one big massive round. So we play a 1v1 with each opponent, and then we play a free-for-all. So this one would be kind of funny in a free-for-all with a lot of, gaining lore, and each opponent loses 2 lore and you gain 2 lore. So kind of cool with that. So we have the Great Stone Dragon. This item enters exerted, and you can put a character card from your discard into your inkwell face down. So this one's kind of cool. There's a lot of cards from this particular color that wants to have cards either discarded or banished, and then you can start putting them into your inkwell on the following turn. So it's a little bit slow to get going, but this is like a renewable resource to basically get some more ink in your inkwell. Kind of neat little card. Good old generic 5/5 for 5. And we don't talk about Bruno, which is a song, and you can return chosen character to their player's hand. Then that player discards a card at random. So that's pretty good for a removal, because it is returning something. I mean, then they obviously could play that again, but if it's the only card left in their hand, which oftentimes on turn 5 it is the scenario which happens, so basically can be like a decent little removal spell, and it can be sung too, so it's a pretty decent card here. We get our first rare here, or I guess this is our super rare. What do they call this one? I can't remember. The silver, better than a copper, with the aerial being able to shift, and you may pay 4 to play this on top of one of your characters named Ariel, so the other one comes out quicker. And whenever you play a song, you may pay 2 to deal 3 damage to a chosen character. Wow, that's pretty good. And the earlier Ariel sings pretty good too, so, or no, wants to work with songs, so just draws and discards. So kind of see a little combo going on here with the Ariels. So that's another one of our neat little cards, and we actually do have a rare that is foil with John Silver, which is an 8/8 for 8 with questing for 3. Very generic, but typically in limited, those can actually be pretty decent, especially our little ramp strategy if we wanted to make it work with Sapphire. So, alrighty, go through a couple more of these kind of quicker. We have the Make a Potion. You can banish a chosen item. A lot of ways to banish items, or deal 2 damage to chosen damaged characters. It has to be damaged, but not too shabby here. We have a Winter Camp. Whenever a character quests while here, remove up to 2 damage. If they're a hero character, remove up to 4 damage. So again, it says the remove on a lot of the keyword. I wonder if moving it counts as a removing. And there can be one person placed in this location. We have Stitch, which is kind of generic. We have Raya. When you play this character, ready chosen character of yours at a location, they can't quest, so they can at least challenge. Jetsam. Your character's name Flotsam gained challenge 2, so we saw some Flotsam and Jetsams in the last set, I believe. So there's some more to go along with them. Luisa. While you have another character in play that gets +2, kind of generic. We have Camillo. At the start of your turn, you may choose one. A character gets +1 to their lore. This character gains challenge +2. So not too shabby. And there's good old Pete. Pete and repeat. We're on a boat. Pete fell out. Who's left? Another Prince Eric. And then Isabel. We got the entire family in this pack. With Evasive, ladies first. During your turn, if no other character has quested this turn, this character gets +3. So pretty good. If you quest with it first, you can quest for 4. And whenever this character quests, your other characters can't quest. Okay. So it's good to have this. This is kind of good in like a little control shell when this is your only character. We have the Lumiere. Your other characters get +1 on their attack power. And we get the Triton. Another Triton to go with our Tritons. This one has, during your turn, this character gains Evasive. And whenever one of your locations is banished, you may put that card in your inkwell. So again, you can banish... No, okay. So there's a good way to kind of ramp with it. So this is our rare, was Lumiere? Okay, that was our little rare. Up there I'm off screen. I'm always everywhere with this. You think I'd know how to actually place these suckers on camera for doing this as long as I have. But no, I can't seem to manage it. So far we have 2 of the blue rares and 1 of the rubies. And we have some pretty cool stuff so far. Of course, with these packs, I'm really liking. I really do like Sapphire. It's one of my favorite colors because it seems to have the most synergy with items and building a board state and stuff, which is what I like. We got Gusk and banish an item, and we've seen Glean. We got Bluto. Whenever you play this character, you remove up to 3 damage from one of your characters. We have Hercules as Rush. We have Pico, which is just a quick creature. We got another Ariel, another Nessus, a Duna, the Caring Mother. When this character is banished, you may put this card in your equal face down. So we've seen these cards before. This is a little bit awkward though with 4 for 3/3, a little under cost or under power leveled for it to then go in the Inkwell. I think that's kind of meh. We have the Imperial Bow, which has 1 and tap to chosen hero character gains challenge +2 and evasive. They get +2 while challenging, and they can target evasive characters. We got good old Goofy, which does not count as a dog. Whenever you play a character with Bodyguard ready, this character, you can't quest for the rest of the turn. And we got Minnie Mouse, and has Bodyguard, lots of Bodyguards in this set. Whenever this character banishes chosen opposing character when you play this character, you can banish chosen character with 5 or more, so it gets rid of those biggies. And we got the Plank. 2, and banish this item, choose 1, banish chosen hero character. So there's some little synergy with that Triton. So you can banish your own. Oh no, this is not a location. It's an item. You can banish chosen hero character or ready a villain character, and they can't quest. So if you build a villain deck, at least it has some options to do no matter what. Alrighty, on to the next one. We got Gus again. We got an Ice Block, which can dumb stuff down. We have the Augustin, just a 2/2 for 1. We have Training Grounds, which it makes all of your characters' abilities cost 1 less or 2 less, but cannot reduce it less than 1 generic. Oh wait, wrong game. Training Grounds. This is 1 and just 1. Chosen character gets +1 this turn. So yeah, only 1 to put out though for this thing. So things that want to be in locations, this is a good way to get it activated. We have the Rose Lantern. Move 1 damage counter from chosen character to an opposing character. So that seems to be a theme of the Amethyst in this one. We have the Yao. Challenging is +2. Another Flotsam. And we got Panic at the Disco. While this character is exerted, if you have a character named Pain, in play your villain characters can't be challenged. And Mickey Mouse, which is support. When you play this character, the chosen character gains support. And our rare location is the Underworld. Whenever a character quests while you're here, you may pay 3 to return a character card from your discard in your hand. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. It comes out pretty quick. You can have a decent amount of people here. Has some pretty beefy, chunky health to it. Not a bad location. And we also get Mickey Mouse, the Playful Sorcerer, which has Shift with your Mickey Mouses. And it has resist 1, so its damage is reduced by 1. And when you play this character, deal damage to your chosen character equal to the number of broom characters you have in play. So now Mickey Mouse wants to work with brooms as well. So that was our second one from that. We got a Mega Potion as our foil. Alrighty. So interesting little mechanics in this set for sure. We have Megara. When you play this character, choose and discard a card or banish this character. We have Fali, just a 1/3 for 1. The Daisy Duck. Each opponent chooses and discards a card when you play this character. That's kind of good. I kind of like that they've added the discarding here. We have Li Shing again. We have a Magic Broom that works with our Mickey Mouse. We have Argus, which is just a big 4/1 for 2. Can challenge some biggies. Ursula's Plan. Each opponent chooses and exerts one of their characters. Those characters can't ready at the start of the next turn. So just locks them down. We got the Pain. Just a 2/4 for 3. Lost in the Woods. Oh, I know what this card does. That's if they attack and you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a forest card, then they untap, right? Isn't that what Lost in the Woods does for Magic? All opposing characters get -2 at the so a character, okay, so it can be sung, and then all opposing characters get -2 until the start of your next turn. So it kind of makes them so they're weak. We have Denghu. Your other villain characters gain support. And we also have Yensid, our first, oh, that's a rare. So we get this is our first super here, or whatever you call the golds. Whenever you play this character, if you have a character named Magic Broom in play, you may draw a card. So we did see some Magic Brooms already. And while you have 2 or more Broom characters in play, it gets +2 lore. So definitely wants to work with lots of brooms. That's our first rare. Oh, this pack was good. We got a bunch of stuff in this pack. And we also got good old Belle, which has the Shift 3. And when you play this character, move up to 3 damage counters from the chosen character to a chosen opposing character. So it's just like a better Belle. Better Belle. So that was a pretty good pack there. I haven't even looked at the cards that are expensive in this set. Maybe one of those could be one of them. Maybe not. We got Diablo. Good old Diablo. When you play this character, you may look at each opponent's hand. And seldom all they seem. Chosen character. Oh man, they really should have had exile a card until this card was removed. Then it would be, and have it be 2 mana and have it be a 1/1. Seldom all they seem. Chosen character gets -3. Alright. We got Cogsworth. We have Tong. Kind of reckless. Tick-tock, evasive. Only characters with evasive can challenge this character. Big beefy boy there. We got Thebes again. We've seen Thebes. We've seen Antonio. Mulan. Olaf. And Shift, discard an item card. You may discard an item card to play this on top of one of your characters named Olaf. You may discard an item card to play this on... Okay, so you have to have an item, and you have to play this on top of another Olaf. Okay. Whenever request, each of the other characters get plus or equal to this character's. Okay, so this way you might be able to buff it up. Kind of neat little shift mechanic there. Under the sea. Sing together. Any number of your teammates' characters with total cost of 8 or more may tap to sing it. Put all opposing characters with 2 or less on the bottom of their players' decks in any order. Wow, this is like a temporal isolation. From Magic the Gathering. We have the Wall. Build the Wall. While you have exerted character here, your other locations can't be challenged. We have Bruno's. That was our... Oh, we got... Those are both rares. That's our first Emerald rare. That's another Steel rare. Alrighty. Next up, we have Gunther. Gunther, which is a 3/3/4/2 with Sad-Eyed Puppy. When this character is challenged and banished, each opponent chooses one of their characters and returns that card to their hand. Not bad. Transformed Chef. When you play this character, remove 2 damage from the chosen character. We have the Atlantica. Characters count as having +2 cost to sing songs while here. So you can have a singing deck. So the Plank, we've seen it. We have Jetsam again. We have the Magic Broom. We have Hercules. Whoa, a 7/3 Rusher. Russian Reckless. We have Flounder. We've seen Flounder. And we also have the Shifu. While this character has no damage, it gets +2. So pretty good. Comes out for 3 and can quest for 3, but then as soon as it has damage, it can only quest for 1. No attack power though, so you can just quest it and basically start chipping away at it. We have the Mrs. Potts. 2 mana, or 2 lore, 3/4. 4, when you play this character, if you have a character named Lumiere or Cogsworth, you can draw a card. So it's working with good old Cogsworth. And we got another Belle. Another Belle Accomplished Mystic. Is the other one foil? It was. The other one was foil. So this box definitely wants us to do Belle. And we also get a foil with the One Last Hope, which is a song characters can sing with 3. Chosen characters can resist 2 until the start of your next turn. If a hero character is chosen, they may also challenge ready characters this turn. Wow, it's actually pretty good. Pretty good way to remove some characters that are not exerted. So I'm glad they're adding some of those mechanics to the game. We've seen Megara, Fali, and now we're seeing most of the commons. So I think we can start going through the commons pretty quickly here because we've seen them. And there's another Triton. That's the one I do like, though, with banishing items. And Diablo, there's our other mythic. This one is a 2/2 for 3. Shift, discard an action card. So you can discard an action card to play this on top of one of your other characters named Diablo. Only characters with evasive can challenge this character. And during each opponent's turn, whenever they draw a card while this character is exerted, you may draw a card. So, yeah, not bad. Not a bad card for Diablo. And we have Aurora. Aurora. The Aurora Borealis. Alright, this pack did not want to open. That means it's going to have a good card in it, right? Aren't we like destined to get enchanted because this box was damaged? We got Pascal. When you play this character, the top 2 cards of the deck and put them back in any order. We have Mirabelle. We have the Vital Sphere. Swing into Action. Louisa. Flotsam and Jetsam. Both in one card. Shift is discarding 2 cards. And yes, they can come out. So you can play it on a Jetsam or a Flotsam. And then you can discard 2 cards. Just to ramp out like a 5/5. There might be some ways to make this work. We got Megara. Whenever you play a character named Hercules, you may irradiate this character. We have Sisu with Evasive. When you play this character, banish chosen opponent character 1 or less. Second Star to the Right, which is a song. Sing together 10 in a number of your teammates. Any number of your teammates' characters with total cost 10 or more may sing the song. And the chosen players draw 5 cards. So this is like, now they're trying to make like teammates. So, two-headed giant type stuff, huh? But sing 10 and draw 5 cards. Wow. Wow. That's not bad at all. All right, so we have that's a good combo with Flotsam and Jetsam, though. So you can get that one out quick. They have a 5 power total. You've discarded 2 cards. Maybe you can get back some stuff. We have the Ariel's Grotto. Well, you have 3 or more items to play. This location gets +2 lore. So that's pretty neat. That's so that's when people quest at this location, they get +2. I think that's what that means, if I'm correct. So, yeah, if you're questing at this location, they get +2. That one's kind of neat. And we got Mulan. We got the Mulan. All right, Dodge. Chosen character gains Ward Evasive until the start of your next turn. We have Aurora. We have Ursula. Ursula. This character counts as a 4 to sing songs. Oh, he actually stolen Ariel's voice. And a Brawl. Banish chosen character 2 or less. There's another TikTok, another Chen Pao. We've seen Donald Duck. Good old Hades. And Chifu. And the Smugly Duckling. The Disreputable Pub. With a Snuggly Duckling. Whenever a character with 3 or more challenge another character while here, they gain 1 lore. If the challenging character has 6 or more, they gain 3 lore. That's a kind of cool little location, if you would ask me. And we have the Mighty. That was a rare. We have the Zeus, the Mighty Lightning Bolts. Whenever this character challenges another character, gets power equal to the chosen character this turn. So it just kind of mirrors what your opponents are doing. And good old Ariel. Good old Ariel. We have the Hidden Cove. Characters get +1 and +1 defense. Attack and defense while here at the Hidden Cove. At the Hidden Cove. Another tuck. Man, we got all those record player. When we play a song, chosen character gets -2. Benja. Dolores. Get another Ariel. Dig a little deeper. So teammates' characters can sing. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck and put 2 in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So, I mean, very high cost for that. But, oh, look at the top 7 cards. So it's almost like, this is really doing with the, man, why can't I think of the card that has Delve that does this out of Magic the Gathering? So, yeah, that's, Dig Through Time. I can't think of the name. It's right on here. Yeah, it does almost exactly what Dig Through Time does. It's funny how they name it Dig and literally do what Dig Through Time. Oh, Lorcana, you are brazen, Lorcana. You are brazen with the way you name cards and kind of take Magic cards that already exist. Shift discard location. Whenever this character quests, you may banish a chosen item. Hey, we got another Mythic with Sisu, the Empowering Sibling with Shift 6, so you can put it on another Sisu. And it is, whenever you play this character, banish all opposing characters of 2 or less. Wow. That actually seems like it's a powerful card, especially against the aggro decks. And it can shift onto an earlier, for 6. Basically, you can pay 6 mana. You can get this out on turn 6, no problem. Yeah, wow. A double pack with Piglet. Wow, that's pretty cool. Resist 1, and while you have no cards in hand, this character can challenge ready characters. And we have the Stitch. So, have you guys ever seen a double super rare pack or whatever the, crazy. So wait a second, this one, I'm trying to see what some of these have like extra writing on the bottom. I've just noticed those. Disney Lorcana, Disney based on Winnie the Pooh. Oh, do some of them have to have extra like copyright stuff? Is that what it means? This is just copyright Disney Lorcana, but this is also based on, okay, so it takes like, if it's the art has already been done, they got to put extra copyrights. I get it. I was wondering if they were like, they're doing something like magic with having some sort of slot you could get. Like, please don't do that. Seldom as they seem. All right, let's kind of go through here. We've gone through most of the commons and uncommons. I think we've seen most of them. Maybe we haven't. We have Alma, which to the table when you play this character, you may search your deck for a Madrigal character and reveal that card and shuffle it and put it on top. So you'd have to put it on top, so it's not card advantage. And we have Hera, the Queen of the Gods. Your character's name Zeus gain Ward. Your character's name Hercules gain Evasive, and this has Ward. So setting up the Zeuses and the Hercules. The Casa Madrigal. At the start of your turn, if you have a character here, you gain 1 lore. Wow, that's pretty quick. Comes out 1. Hurry, move it over to location. Start gaining some lore. Protect the card. Profit. Step 1, step 2, ... profit. Alrighty, next up we have the Pegasus. And Olaf. And Max. Oh, see, there's even more dogs here. So the dog deck gets even more stuff. So I guess Casa Madrigal was not the rare. Did we already see the rare out of last set? Okay, because I'm just seeing it there. We have Scuttle, Mulan. We have Lifu, the Opportunist Flunky. During your turn, you may play this character for free if an opposing character was banished in a challenge this turn. That's pretty good on kind of an aggro. Like Prince Eric from the first set is really good at banishing cards on the turn 2 you play it, turn 3 you banish it, a card, or you challenge it, and then you can get this Lufa for free. And yeah, you can kind of run away from there at that point. Flynn. At the start of turn, if you have a character in play with more power than each opposing character, gain 3 lore. That's actually pretty good too in a control shell. That's really good, actually. I like this card. And we got another Alma. And yep, dang, that one's interesting. So now they're having these little cards with static abilities that just gain value every turn, which is kind of neat for the game. All right, let's just shuffle through this and get to the good stuff. We've seen the One Last Hope before. Got a foil one of that, and we got an Ariel, which is the treasure collector with a whopping 3. And the girl who has everything while you have more items in play than each opponent gains +2. So it can actually quest for 5. It has Ward too. That is pretty good. Nice little body on that. The problem is that it can't be inked whatsoever. So you're basically, you got to slap this sucker down and start questing with Ariel. But seems pretty good in item-based deck. Challenge +2 while challenging the character gets +2. Alrighty. Got a few more packs to go. We still have not. So you got what, like 3 super rares? Or we have 4 super rares, I believe. 4 golds, whatever they call them. Why do I call them super rares or mythics? Or can't remember what the technical term they are for Lorcana. We have the Imperial Proclamation. Whenever one of your characters challenges another character, you may pay 1 less for the next character you play. So you can just get the sucker out and start challenging things and start pseudo-ramping. Prince Philip. Your other hero characters gain Ward. And we have the Dig a Little Deeper. This is a common for Dig a Little Deeper. Seems pretty good. All right, we got Dodge. And we got to the good stuff. We have good old Raya, which challenge and resist. And during your turn, whenever your character banishes another character, you may draw a card. So big, beefy 7-drop here. They can start drawing cards. And also Nui. Whenever you play action, this character takes no damage from challenges this turn. So nice little play some actions, start challenging some stuff. And yeah. So definitely Ruby is wanting to go hard on the control in this set. Jacques. Okay, we have the Golden Harp. At the end of your turn, if you didn't play a song this turn, banish this character. So it comes out, quests pretty good, but you have to start at the end of your turn. If you didn't play a song this turn, banish. So you actually can't play this on turn 1 without it banishing. So you have to play it like on turn 2 when it can start singing. Yeah, it's kind of weird. This is kind of a weird card. Hey, there we go, another Triton. Isn't our second Triton here? This is the same one. Shift 6, you can put on a Triton. Opposing characters get -1 for each location you have in play. No, that's different. Is there 3 different Tritons in this set? The Champion of Atlantic. And there is the dodge. So we get a lot of the golds in this box for sure. Not quite sure where our enchanted is because a damaged box should be guaranteed to have an enchanted in it. Correct? Isn't that the rumor on the rumor mills? So we have the Peppa Madgirl. When you play this character, you may exert chosen opposing character. That character can't ready at the start of their next turn unless they're at that location. And be King Undisputed. A character would cost 4 more. Okay, so sing it, and each opponent chooses and banishes one of their characters. Not a bad card. I'm actually really liking Ruby. So Ruby and Amethyst seem pretty decent so far out of the stuff we've opened for this. So I'd be like trying to draft one of those colors for sure. Hidden Cove. Of course, you have to kind of look at the commons and uncommons. We have John Silver. We already got a John Silver. We have Pete and Repeat again. Whenever this character quests, he has 5 or more power, return a chosen character 2 or less to their player's hands. So you want to pump this dude. Support cards work too, and then you can start bouncing stuff. And not too shabby. Got 4 packs left here. Come on, Enchanted. Come on, no whammy. If not, this box has seemed to be pretty good, no matter what. Out of this, we have the Ariel, which is a massive Singer 7. A Singer 7 for 4. And a Pizza Pan with Rush and Evasion, and other characters with Evasive gain Rush. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alrighty, so get on to the good stuff. We have the Ursula's Lair. Whenever a character is banished in a challenge while here, you may return them to your hand, and characters named Ursula get +1. We did only see one Ursula, I believe. We have the Field of Ice, which is an item. Whenever you play a character, they gain resist 1 until the start of your next turn. Kind of neat. And speaking of Ursula, there's Ursula in this one. So Kapow. Good old hidden Inkcaster. Another Anna. Anna! We have Sisu. So there's the one we want to shift into. This character gets +1 for each card in your opponent's hand. No one cares. You're just going to be using it to shift. The Muses Ward. And whenever you play a song, you may return chosen character with 2 or less to their opponent's hand. And we have Elsa. The Elsa the Storm Chaser. Chosen characters gain challenge +2 and rush. So it's a good old support card to give them challenge and rush. Pretty neat with Elsa. And last but not least, we have a very low possibility chance of getting an enchanted out of this last pack. So let's give it a nice little tap here and see what we find. We get a Jasmine. Good old, when you play this character and when she's challenged, your opponent chooses and discards a card. And we get a Raja. Well, you have no cards in your hand. Characters with cost 4 or less can't challenge this character. And unfortunately, we did not get enchanted. But we did get some really neat little stuff here. I think we end up with 5 of the golds. And some pretty decent silver foils in here. And some other neat stuff. And so, yeah. So again, kind of fun to play this. I've had fun. We've done this. This will be our 3rd time doing it. We didn't do it for the first set, of course, but it's become a tradition now for us to do this with every set. So let's just check out our good old golds. We have the Sisu and the Piglet. And then we have a lot of rares. Lots and lots, of course. On average, more than 1 per pack. We got Yensid. And so, didn't we get a foil one? We got Triton. And we have, I thought we had one more. Yep, we had Diablo. So we did get 5 in this box, which I think is pretty decent, if I should say. So it'll be pretty fun to play this. And again, this is basically my fill I get every set of Lorcana and then wait till the next one. And if we were a bigger area and could support it more, I definitely would run some tournaments and whatnot. I still know that there's a lot of like this game is supposed to be casual, but unfortunately it plays pretty spiky. Like the way you build decks and the gameplay does not allow for errors. So you're so far behind if you make like a misplay or just not an efficient play. And so it's even like, I think it's even more curtailed to super skill player than even something like Magic. In fact, I'm quite disappointed with Magic because Magic is turned into decks that just play themselves, and I think there's a lot less decision to be made. Like it depends. Like right now in Modern, Pioneer, and Standard, there are definitely those flavors of decks that require you to play correctly and kind of outplay your opponents. But unfortunately, there's still a lot of cheese that really just play themselves. Like in Magic the Gathering, I would say Control is actually an autopilot deck. There aren't a lot of decisions to actually be made in control shells because they just have like all these haymakers that just wipe the board, and so you have it, you play it, and then you play big draw cards and then do it all again. Or aggro decks, you barf out your hand. Whereas Lorcana does seem like a lot of these decks are built where you have to be very efficient and very smart with the cards you play, and so it creates like a tournament environment or even at a casual level where the skilled players are just going to clean house. And it's just not the best experience for casual players. So unfortunately, they still need to figure out a way to capitalize. I think one of the main reasons why Magic the Gathering took off is Commander. Commander was like the perfect scenario setting for the ultra casual players to actually want to come to game stores and play and whatnot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back to doing videos. I will be gone for almost like 3 months, but after that, after my return, hopefully we can get this channel revived. I know I say that on repeat all the time. One of these days when I start getting more gray hairs, we will get back to the regular content. I hope you enjoyed this video. Kevin with Rogue Deck Builder. Or where am I? Gonro Games. That's where I'm at. Thanks for watching.